Well, guys, first of all, what's up? I'm doing another just raw video, no editing. Obviously, from the title of this video, you know what I'm going to be talking about. I officially did quit DoorDash permanently. Now, I have kind of made videos about this before where, like, I quit DoorDash, I quit DoorDashing full time, blah, 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 just like some of those other videos, or I had to quit for a little bit of time because of like personal issues or stuff like that. But this time it's for real. I literally have not DoorDashed for, gosh, like, I don't even know, probably like 2 years. It's been a while, as you guys have probably noticed. I mean, my last few videos haven't been about DoorDash. I don't even remember the last DoorDash video I made. But I'll give you guys a couple of reasons throughout this video and kind of go through what I'm doing right now and why I went away from DoorDash and just give you guys the whole rundown. So basically, if you guys have watched any of my past couple of videos, you know that I was in a coma, had a bunch of hospital issues, had a bunch of health issues for the past year and whatnot. So I haven't really uploaded that much. But before that, so a year and a half ago, in July, I got a new job because I was kind of struggling with money a little bit, spending a little bit too much, wasn't making as much as I was kind of hoping to. And so my brother-in-law, he actually got me an interview with a sales company called Legacy Windows. And basically what you do is it's just door-to-door sales and you try and sell windows. And so I was like, hey, you know, I talk to a camera. I feel like I can talk pretty well to people. Got a fairly good personality. So, hey, why not try it? So go to the interview, get the job, whatnot. And turns out I was actually really good at it. So I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything like that. But in my first month, I ended up making $14,000, which was absolutely insane. So I was like, hey, I'm sticking with this. You know, I'm not going to be doing DoorDash anymore, or Lyft, or Uber Eats, or Uber, or any of the gig apps. I was going completely away from that because I just didn't find it worth it anymore if I was going to be able to make this much money at my new job. And so went away from all the apps, started doing that, was making good money. And then obviously I went into the hospital in my coma and all that in December of last year. And then since then, in March of this year, I just started back up with that company. I've been doing it ever since. Now, the reason I haven't gone back to DoorDash is for a couple of reasons. Now, obviously, if you guys have been watching my channel, it's been primarily DoorDash or primarily just gig apps in general, and just giving you guys advice on how I work with them, different ways I make money with them, and how to increase your pay, stuff like that. Now, this video is a little bit more raw. After a while, so I did gig work for like 6 years, and after a while, it really doesn't become worth it, in my opinion. There's a couple of reasons why I just did not want to go back to it. So first reason is there's just so many miles put on your car. It's absolutely insane after you've been doing it for 6 years. Like, I mean, you just rack up the miles. I think I probably put, I don't know, 100,000 miles, maybe more, on my car. Well, not just one car. I've had 2 cars since I started gig work because I've gotten in accidents and totaled them. But yeah, probably over 100,000 miles in total from just doing gig work. And so that was one big reason. The second reason is it's not very consistent pay. And like, you know, it's hard to know, or I guess it's not hard to know. It's hard to just live that kind of way over a long period of time, you know, and just, you know, the amount of hours you have to put in to really make a good amount of money. Another reason is just the wear and tear on my body. just sitting in a car that long really messed me up. I have a ton of lower back problems, glute problems, leg problems, back problems. Literally any body problem you can have, I basically have at this point. And so that was a big reason too. I was just like, I can't keep doing this. And so that was another reason. Some other reasons are just after you do the math on everything, which I've definitely done videos on this before, you really don't make as much as you really think you're making. There's so many expenses that go into it, and just the taxes, and overall, in the end, you're probably only making about, or at least for me, I was only making about like $12 an hour after all expenses. And I'll be completely honest with you guys, I would not have been able to support myself if it wasn't for YouTube and you guys watching my videos, because I really could not make enough money just doing the gig apps alone. And so that was another reason why I was like, it's just, it's not a sustainable income for me. If I happen to not make videos anymore, then I'm going to have to get another job anyways. And so that was another big thing where I was just like, man, in the end, I'm really not making that much money, even though I get to, work my own hours and whatnot, which is a great benefit for sure. But like in the end, I just wasn't making that much per hour after you factor in all the expenses and the taxes and whatnot. And so, yeah, that was a big reason. And then with this new job, Legacy Windows, it's actually really flexible. You really only have to work, or not you guys, I only have to work about 6 hours a day. That's kind of the minimum that you can work. So basically what it is, you have an hour-long meeting in the morning from like 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. You go out and knock for 2 hours, then you get a really long break, go back out at 4 o'clock, and knock until 7 o'clock. And this is honestly a really easy job. Like, all you do is you just memorize a script, and then once you have the script down, you just go knocking on doors on houses that are fairly old, anything from like 2003 and older. Those are kind of all your leads. And you just go to neighborhoods that are that old, knock on all the doors, and you set up an appointment for the closers. Closers go in. When you set the appointment, they close the deal hopefully, and then you get paid 8% commission as a knocker. And then if you rank up to a closer, then you get a knock and close appointments, and that's really where you make a lot of money. Thankfully, I've been able to rank up to that position because I was able to hit so much revenue in my first month. And so as a closer, when you close the appointment, you get 17% if it's your own appointment. If it's someone else that's setting the appointment for you, you get a 9% commission. And our average deal is like $12,000, $15,000, something around there. So 8% of that, I think, is like $1,200. Then if you're getting 17%, I mean, you're over $2,000. And so that's really where I was able to make a lot of money doing this. And so I was like, why would I go back to doing DoorDash when I can, move up in this company? They treat me really well, and I don't have to put the grueling, hours in. I don't have to, have the hardship on my body anymore. It's a lot less up and down in pay. I mean, in sales, it is still kind of variant in the amount of money you make every month, but it is more steady than I would say gig work is, at least for me. And so, honestly, it's worked out really well, and I don't expect me going back to DoorDash anytime soon or doing any of the gig apps. Now, my brother still does it, and so I've thought about, every once in a while, I'll go out and dash with him, see the new differences of what's happening with the app and whatnot. And also, in some of my future videos, I will still try and give you all the advice that I can on what I did learn in those 6 years. I got a few ideas where I think I could bring value to you guys still with some of those ideas and what I've learned. So some of those videos will be coming out sometime when I get around to it. But yeah, something I did want to bring up too with you guys is I would love to have you guys come and work with me if you live in Utah. I guess kind of northern Utah. If you live in southern Utah, you probably can't come up and work with me. But if you live anywhere, Salt Lake area, Logan, Orem, Provo, anywhere in between there, obviously if you don't live in this state, then you're not going to know where that is. But if you do live in Utah, like I said, I'd love to have you guys come work with me, kind of show you the ropes, see if you guys can make the amount of money that I did when I first started. So if that interests you at all, I will leave my email down in the description so you guys can email me and I can kind of get you a job over here and see what I can do for you in that sense. I'll just also say my email. It's my first name Blake, the number 23, my last name Moore, Moore, @gmail.com. So like I said, you guys can email me if that interests you at all. If you're just like sick of doing gig work and you're like, man, I could really use a different job, but I just don't know what to do. I still want kind of flexible hours. I don't want to work too much. Then definitely I'd love to get you guys set up here and bring you value. That's what I've tried to do on this channel through the gig apps and whatnot. I would love to do it through sales and give you guys value with that as well, and also give you value if you do need a job and want to work with me. So that's out there, if you do want to take advantage of that. But yeah, done with DoorDash. Kind of crazy, guys. Like I said, still going to do some DoorDash advice videos. Just try and give you all the value I can from what I learned, because I still think there's some things I haven't covered, especially recently. And then I'll probably do some ride-along videos with my brother. I think that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, still doing these raw videos. No editing, just me and you guys talking, basically. Obviously, you guys aren't talking to me, but I feel like it's just more personable when I do videos like this. I'm not trying to get as many views as possible anymore or anything like that. I'm really just doing this for the love of my subscribers and my viewers and the love of just making a video. I think it's fun, and without all the, I don't even know what that is, but all the not flashing lights, I don't know what I'm trying to get at, like just the high speed videos that I would mostly do, trying to get away from that and just like I said, be more personable and show you guys just like a different side of me. And so these videos will continue. I do still want to do some like different challenges. I think maybe not like gig work specific, but just other things that I think might be pretty cool. So that might happen on this channel. Also wanting to do just some other cool things that probably aren't related to gig work, but yeah, just doing these raw videos. And I'm already at like 14 minutes, so I'm probably just gonna shut up and let you guys go. See you guys.